Lord Ulin's Daughter by Thomas Campbell. A chieftain to the highlands bound cries, "Boatman, do not tarry, and give 3 a silver pound to row us over the ferry." Now, who be ye would cross Loch Guy this dark and stormy weather? Oh, I am chief of Ulva's isle, and this Lord Ulin's daughter. And fast before her father's men 3 days we have fled together. For should he find us in the glen, my blood would stain the heather. Outspoke the hardy Highland wight, "I'll go, my chief, I am ready. It is not for you, silver bride, but for your winsome lady. And by my word, the bonny bird in danger shall not tarry. So though the waves and raging wild, I will row you over the ferry." But still as wilder blew the wind, and as the night grew drearer, adown the glen road armed men, their trampling sounded nearer. "Oh, haste thee, haste," the lady cries, "though tempest round us gather, I'll meet the raging of the skies, but not an angry father. The boat has left a stormy land, a stormy sea before her, when, oh, too strong for human hand, the tempest gathered over her." And still they rode amidst the roar of waters fast prevailing. Lord Ulin reached that fatal shore. His wrath was changed to wailing. Come back," he cried in grief, "across this stormy water, and I'll forgive you, Highland chief, my daughter, oh, my daughter." 'Twas vain the loud wave lashed the shore, return or aid preventing. The water while went over his child, and he was left lamenting. So, students, this is the poem or ballad, consists of 11 stanzas. Today I will only tell you the summary of the poem, and in the next day, line by line, I will explain the plot and the theme of the poem. So today I will tell you the summary of the poem, or what is the content of the poem. I have already told you there are 4 characters in the poem. So, Lord Ulin's daughter, she has fallen in love with a young man who is the chieftain of Ulva, a region in Scotland, and both of them, they love each other, but Lord Ulin is very strict, harsh and rude person. So, to escape the wrath of her father, Lord Ulin's daughter and the chieftain of Ulva, they plan to cross the sea or flee somewhere. So they approaches the boatman to ferry them on the other side of the sea. It was a stormy night. The weather was very bad. Tempest, it was going on. Tempest means storm. So weather was not at all favorable. But the daughter of Lord Ulin and the chieftain, that young man, they were requesting and they were pleading the boatman to ferry them to the other side of the sea. Initially, the boatman he refused because he was saying that it is not possible because the weather you see so bad and the tides are so high in the sea. We all will die. But later on, to see them or to observe their love, that they love each other so immensely, so he could not refuse their request. So he agreed, and they started, and the boatman started rowing the boat. And the young girl, Lord Evelyn's daughter, she was saying that boatman, haste, haste means go fast, row fast, go fast, because my father will come with his men on the horse's back. Before he comes, before he arrives on the seashore, we should escape from here. Boatman he tried his level best. Meanwhile, Lord Evelyn he reached there on the seashore, and from a distance he saw them, these two young lovers. He was yelling, he was yelling, he was calling them, he was calling, that means he was shouting and calling her daughter, come back, return, oh my daughter, return. I will forgive chieftain, I will forgive you, only you come back, don't go. But it was too late. High tide and series of tides drowned both of them, and they were disappeared within short span of time. The stormy, the ruthless waves, the ruthless tides, they tides killed them, and the lovers, they disappeared within short span of time before the eyes of Lord Evelyn. Lord Evelyn, he finds himself all alone on the seashore. Only he was yelling, only he was crying. He was filled with despair, sorrow, agony. Only he was lamenting. The sole person on the seashore, because in front of him his daughter died, his daughter disappeared in the stormy sea. So this is the ballad, and it is a tragic poem. The poem ends with tragedy. It narrates an intense love of a couple, young couple, Lord Evelyn's daughter and the chieftain of Ulva. Chieftain means, that means chief. He possesses a good position in Ulva. He is called chieftain, head of the people. Chieftain means a leader of people. It is already, the meaning already, it is given in your book. You can go through the meaning. So, this ballad, it narrates about an intense love. The poet, Thomas Campbell, he has depicted two characters mainly, Lord Evelyn's daughter and the young chieftain of Ulva. He has emphasized intense love through the lines of the ballad. The depth of love, or the true love, he has revived or he has emphasized the true love through the stanza of the poem. And this is a tragic poem of Campbell, Thomas Campbell, consists of 11 stanza, and the plot is the medieval period. The plot is the medieval period. During that time, the poet has taken us to the medieval time. Thomas Campbell has taken the reader to the medieval plot, because Lord, Sir, those Monisher, those were the common title of the time during the medieval period. Monisher, Lord, Sir, His Highness, Her Highness. During the monarchical period, Duke, Duchess. That is why Campbell, he has taken the reader to the medieval plot, and this is the medieval theme, and this is a ballad, or the poet has written the poem in ballad style. So guys, I think you have understood the content of the poem. I have recited before you, but line wise I will tell you in my next lecture.